Hey, I'm Antonio Graceffo. This is Martial Arts Odyssey. Today I'm outside of Siem Reap, Cambodia, out in the rice fields, out in the countryside, and we're learning about Bokator. With me today is the crew, Ro Serey. Ro Serey, Siem Reap crew. Akunjaran. Bangrin Kinyom, Samrat Bokator, Samrat Yutkun Khmer. Ro Serey's got a very interesting story. He did meditation in the mountains, and that's where he learned. The spirit teachers came and taught him Bokator, and today he's one of the leading Bokator teachers in Cambodia. Kudach moi.
Ro Sereys. Con sao nhóm chiang đọc nè này.
可是他们现在不在，为什么？
Đó tàu class tàu Odyssey nó thay class tàu chôn nó bắt đầm bo class tàu từ Cambodia kia nó khai tên chôn nữa thế tên lên chôn sao đi thay chi phép của sa quạt khát chẳng tàu đại dương hát ban lần quay du về tới vì tàu Odyssey bộ bạ những cái này những đang xáo hưởng chi phép mai dương sắp ngay này.
Ro Serey tells us that he has more than 10 students, but they're away right now. They've all gone to find work in different provinces or in Thailand to support their families because they're very poor. He said that even when they're here, even when his students are training, they aren't ready for competition, either because they have to work too hard to support their families or they simply don't have money to go to the capital to compete. In the end, when they hear the results on TV of the national competitions, they become discouraged because they didn't participate, and then many of them will return to their farms and continue working to support their families. And many of them are called away by their families to work in the rice fields or to find fish to help feed their family. The crew read Bokator now I know.
Read Bokator now read. Bokator nó nhiều phải dễ là riêng nó dễ đúng mà ban riêng nữa nhưng cứ ban nó lâu thò mà mình chạy cái bạn dễ lại nữa thơ thò ban mà.
Ro Serey goes on to tell us that he never actually studied Bokator. He spent time up on the mountain meditating and praying, and the spirits brought him the style. Ancient spirits of Bokator masters long dead told Ro Serey to teach Bokator to the children and to create a book of Bokator techniques so the art would not be lost. The crew still has contact with his spirit teachers. They still teach him and they still direct him. The three most important elements of Bokator are Yutasal, Yutasak, and Yutakun. Yutakun is fighting. Yutasak, mental power. Yutasal is magic or spirit power. In martial arts terms, we can think of Yutasal and Yutasak as a kind of internal power, whereas Yutakun is external power. Hey, this is like a cow or a buffalo or some sort of animal. I have no idea. If I get my own show on National Geographic, maybe I know. But anyway, it's an animal. For me, from New York City, pretty exciting. Our Khmer Bokator has many techniques that the world has never seen. And if you continually practice, you can be the strongest. The ancient spirits want Ro Serey to learn more of the old style of Bokator so that he can teach it to the children. Yutasal, Yutakun, and Yutasak. He says the spirits want Cambodia to go back to the old ways, the ancient ways. We asked if the master believed Bokator was better than Ro Serey Khmer boxing, and his answer was that Khmer boxing is just a very small part of Bokator. Khmer boxing only has about 20 techniques. Bokator has 10,000. This machine is for making sugarcane juice, and they put sugarcane in here and juice comes out, and it's really good.你在吃什么？
鸡蛋，鸭蛋，
这是什么？
鸭
这个样子的蛋。
鸭蛋，好吃的这个。
你喜欢吗？
很喜欢吃这些。
我不会。
这个好吃。
我。Of all the episodes I've done of Martial Arts Odyssey, this one probably has the least martial arts. Ro Serey students were away. They were trying to survive. They were trying to work and help their families, which, I mean, is a Khmer reality. And I think that this show needs to be as much about culture as it is about martial arts. The story's still interesting, and my heart still goes out to these guys, and I hope that they can continue to practice the art and keep it alive. Now, all during this recent series in Cambodia, you'll hear me talking to the camera in Chinese, and you'll hear someone behind the camera answering me in Chinese. And basically what that is, I have two cameramen, two assistants on this show. Their names are Serey and Long, and they're brothers, and they're Sino-Khmers. So their parents are Chinese. They've grown up in Cambodia their whole lives, but they attended Chinese school. And they're just excellent translators for me. They translate Khmer into Mandarin for me and Mandarin into Khmer. And also culturally, one of the advantages of working with Serey, Serey's 30 years old, and in Cambodia there's a real hierarchy of ages, and so if I go out with the translator who's only 21 or 22, like a few years ago when I was in Cambodia, the only people who spoke English were in their 20s. And if I go out with them, then they're too young to sort of assert themselves or ask too many questions of older people. And so we always would wind up in a lot of difficulties when we were trying to conduct interviews. But having Serey with me, because he's older and he's, you know, a bit wiser and smarter, and then in the Khmer hierarchy he's treated as an adult, so it makes things a lot easier for me having Serey with me. Now, Serey was a black belt in Hapkido, and most people know Grandmaster San Kim Sain, our Bokator master, also has a background in Hapkido. Serey had a black belt in Hapkido, and then he began doing Bokator, and he became a red belt, and he became one of the leading Bokator guys, and he's been in a lot of the TV shows and movies that we've done about Bokator, the History Channel and Travel Channel, and he beat up my friend Arman on the Kill Arman show. His younger brother Long is only 19, and he's just wrapping up his Chinese high school, and he's also a red belt, but he's now become one of the principal instructors at the school, and he's a big help to Grandmaster San Kim Sain, and he actually lives in the Bokator school. So having them with me has just absolutely made this series possible. I could not have done it without them, so special thanks to those guys, and they're both just incredible, wonderful guys. And just like everybody else in Cambodia, I see a lot of talent and a lot of education and a good brain and a good heart and a willingness to work on these guys, and because they're growing up in Cambodia, the options that are open to them are pretty limited, and it's pretty sad, because if they were growing up somewhere else, they'd probably be rich, or at least be upper middle class. But Long is preparing for his exams, and hopefully if he does well in his exams, he'll get a job with the Chinese company in Cambodia, and that's kind of a big hope for the kids who can speak Chinese. There's a lot of haters on the internet, and I know that they're going to look at this video and say, oh, you know, there's no martial art. This video has no value to them. It's a look into the culture of Cambodia and into rural Cambodia, which most of my videos have been shot in the capital. So just to give you a little glimpse of what life is like out in the farming communities and how much of a struggle it is for them to keep the arts alive. I'm Antonio Graceffo. That's it for this episode of Martial Arts Odyssey. We're in Siem Reap, Cambodia, and we're learning about Bokator, and with me is Luke Crew, Ro Serey. Lucru, Akunjuran. And as always, at the end of every episode of Martial Arts Odyssey, I tell you, get in the gym, do your sets, do your reps, do your road work, and please say a prayer for the people of Cambodia, the people of Shan State.